So I just got back from New Jersey. Had a great session with a client delivering crisis simulation exercise, some great lessons. And at the very end of the session, we got talking about building trust, because the team needs to be able to trust each other. And so we had a great discussion around the Chilean mine rescue, which happened a number of years ago. There's a great Harvard Business Review paper out on the web about that whole crisis. Great document. For those of you who don't know, there was several miners that got stuck underground for almost 70 days down in Chile. And above the ground, they managed the crisis. Sometimes it was chaotic, but overall they did a phenomenal job. And we were talking about building trust during the crisis. It's no good doing it during the crisis. We need to have that trust before. So doing all your exercises, doing your training beforehand is really important, and that will build trust amongst all the stakeholders within the team, within the organization, as well outside, any external entities that you rely on. You'll have that trust built ahead of time, and it will save a lot of time, a lot of headache during an event. One of the final points I want to touch on was really about failure. This team in Chile, they were not afraid to try different concepts as it related to the emergency response and getting the miners out. They were not judged for trying different methods, some that failed, some that worked, but only worked for a portion of the time, and then obviously they managed to get the miners out. But they were not judged, and I think that's the big lesson coming out of these teams. Build that trust, and hopefully your leaders will give you the leverage that you need to be able to make calls, and sometimes it's going to be a bad call, and then you adjust, you pivot, and you move forward. And so as a leader, you don't want to judge those that are making those decisions, and sometimes you will judge them, but you need them to be able to adopt to the changing circumstances, and that's really important. So I thought it was a great lesson coming out of today's session. And again, if you get a chance to look at that Harvard Business Review, Chilean Mine Rescue Leadership Lessons, fantastic paper. All leaders should take a read of that. You'll get a lot out of it. So again, thanks for listening in, and catch up with you again soon.